pleasure to meet you. I'm Dr. Jordan's assistant. I'm going to be performing your eye exam today. Now don't get worried. It's going to be really easy, okay? It's just a battery of tests, a few eye exercises, and I'm going to ask you some questions too. Sounds easy, right? Okay, good. Now the first thing I'll do, I'm going to ask you some questions. Get my computer ready here. Alright, first question. Have you been experiencing any blurred vision or trouble seeing or reading? Okay, good. What about any problems driving, seeing road signs, or really? Alright. When was the date of your last eye exam? Okay, so it's been about a year then. Good. You're right on schedule. That's perfect. Okay. Now on watching television, do you have any problems focusing or... Okay. Good. Are there any other problems or any eye issues that you want to discuss today? Yeah? Okay. Well, I'm going to put that in here so that we can talk about it. I've got some brochures I can show you today. Alright? Perfect. Okay. Now, as you know, we've got to perform some tests on you. But before we do that, I like to begin just showing you some different exercises for your eyes. There are certain things that can help your vision improve and give your eyes a rest, because sometimes we watch TV too much or use the computer, and these things can really put strain on our eyes. And so some of these things are going to seem really simple, and they really are, but they're going to do you a lot of good, okay? I'm going to teach you how to do a few different things that you can practice on your own at home. You ready? Okay. Now the first one's going to seem kind of silly. I'm going to take the palm of my hand and I'm going to rest it on your eye just like this. I'm going to put the heel of my hand right here on the top of your cheekbone, and I'm going to just roll it over your eye, and I want you to close and just relax your eyes as much as you can. Make sure you're not tensing your eyeball. Make sure you're not fluttering or blinking or anything. Just try to relax your eyes as best you can, alright? Okay, here we go. Just relax. You're doing great. Now, you can do that for 5 to 10 seconds on each eye, okay? You can do it on both eyes at the same time. It's great to do when you've been reading or watching TV for an extended period of time. It gives your eyes a rest, and it kind of resets your eyes so that you can go on and do more reading, and your eyes won't feel strained, and it can prevent a lot of tension headaches, okay? Now the next thing we're going to do, I've got this picture here. It's a figure 8. See that? Now what you're going to do, if you don't have a figure 8 at home, and most people don't, you're going to picture one in your mind. You're going to focus on it. You're going to start in the center, and you're going to trace it with your eyes, and back around to the center. One more time. Trace it with your eyes to the center. And now I'm going to have you do it going the opposite direction. Okay? Are you tracing it with your eyes? Right back around to the center. Back around again. and to the center again. Back around, to the center, back around, and to the center again. Okay? That's not so hard, huh? Pretty easy? Good. This next one's just as easy. I'm going to show you this object. It's a blue marker. I want you to focus on it, and then I'm going to move it back, and I want you to focus on it again, back even further, and focus on it again. Bringing it forward, focus, closer and focus, closer still and focus, back further and focus, focus, and focus, and focus. Now while that seems like a silly thing to do, it's really good for your eyes. It's going to strengthen your abilities to see things farther away and closer up. Just try to do that throughout the day. Focus on something and then something behind it and something behind it. And that's going to help a lot. Alright? Okay. This next exercise, before we start, it's basically just blinking exercise. But you're going to blink a little bit longer than you normally would. For example, that's a normal blink. I'm going to have you blink 2 to 3 seconds. And open. And open. Okay? You're going to feel silly doing it, but you can do it in the privacy of your own home. Okay? Ready? And blink. And open. See how easy that was? Okay. Now we're going to move on with our tests, okay? Now with these tests, I need you to be as honest as you can, because it's only hurting you in the long run if you aren't as completely honest as you can be. Don't try to guess or try to cheat the test. Don't squint to see. Just tell me exactly what you can see as clearly as you can. I'm going to have you reading some letters and looking at some colors, and these are all really easy things. But in order to get you the best prescription that you need, I need you to be 100% honest. Okay? And the first thing I'm going to do is shine a little light in each eye. Let's see. Okay. Look up for me. Okay. Look down now. Perfect. Look to the right. And now to the left. That's great. Now let's do your other eye really quickly. Look up. Look down for me. And now to your right. Great. And look to the left. Perfect. That was great. Now I want you to look at this dowel rod here, and I want you to follow it for me. Perfect. Perfect. Down. And up. You're doing great. Now it's going to come closer. Keep your eyes focused on it. And further back. And closer. Good job. Now the next thing we're going to do, I'm going to have you focus right here on my nose. And I'm going to test your peripheral vision by holding up different numbers of fingers. And you're going to tell me, while looking at my nose, how many fingers I'm holding up. Are you ready to begin? Good. Right here. Great. That's good. Good. Very good. Now this next test is going to be just as simple. And I'm going to point out the colors All you've got to do is simply name the color. Very easy, okay? Ready? Good. Put this one here. Great. And this one. Okay? That one. And right next to it. Good. How about this one here? This one here. Okay, and here. Perfect. How about this one? Okay. What's that one? Good job. That one here. Finally, this one. And right next to it. Great job. Okay. This next part is very simple. I'm sure you've done this before. I'm going to point to a letter, and I want you to read the entire line behind that letter. For example, if I point to this letter, you would read this line. If I point to this letter, you would read that line. Okay? The way we'll do this is one eye at a time. So what I need you to do is to cover your left eye. We'll begin with the right eye. Okay? Great. I need you to read that line for me. Great. And now this line. Great. And finally this line here. Very good. Let's cover your right eye and use your left eye this time. Ready? Let's read this line. Now this line. And finally, this line here. Perfect. The final thing that we're going to do is to put these little drops in your eyes. What the drops do is to dilate your pupils so that we can perform one final test before you go today. Now, since the drops take a few minutes to really get your pupils nice and dilated, while we have a few minutes, I'd like to go over some reading materials with you. Okay? Got some different educational brochures and things that we can go over and discuss. Right? First, let's go ahead and put those drops in. If you'll tilt your head back for me. There you go. Let's get this ear right here. Good. Let's get this eye right here. Good. And let's get this eye. Tilt back for me. Very good. Very good. Now go ahead and blink a few times and get them settled in your eyes. It's going to feel funny for a second. You got it? Good. Now, here's a brochure about headaches. This is a very informative brochure. It tells you about migraines and cluster headaches, what you can do to prevent them, and what to do when you feel one coming on. This is about macular degeneration, laser treatments that you can do. Tells you about new medications that are available, photodynamic therapy, and different options that you have. very informative. This is Crystalens, which is a new kind of contact lens, showing the difference of the blurred vision and the clear vision, the before and after. This is a great one. This one's about dry eyes, telling why dry eyes happen, and this one is about dry eyes, telling what causes dry eyes, how dry eyes are diagnosed. It's got great pictures. This one's about diabetic retinopathy. It's got great pictures, informative detail. It tells what is diabetic retinopathy, what is the retina, how is it diagnosed, how is it treated. This one's about laser treatment here in the office. Different options. Tells how the laser works. This is a diagram to show you exactly what part of your eye will be worked on, how exactly they will treat your eye. It even explains the science behind it, how the lasers work, and so on and so forth. This one's about glaucoma. It tells you what glaucoma is exactly, different types of glaucoma, like open angle and closed angle glaucoma. Different types like secondary and congenital glaucoma as well. Different risk factors for glaucoma, such as age or different diseases that could lead to glaucoma. Telling about early detection and the treatment. And it also gives different options for treatment, different medications, and different procedures that we can perform here in the office. Very informative information about preservatives. This is a very good one to read if you know someone who has glaucoma. Okay? Or if you start to see some risk factors in yourself, it's great to read just to be informed. Alright. This one's about dry eyes. How they're diagnosed. Gives a nice picture here so that you can understand more fully exactly what's causing your dryness. There's a great diagram. What causes it, how to diagnose it, and finally, ways to treat dry eyes, which is a very common problem. And this is about corneal abrasion and erosion. I know you've had a problem before. It explains the process in great detail. This one's about floaters and flashes. It tells how flashes can lead to migraines, how to prevent the flashes and how they're treated. Tells what a floater is, what causes them. Gives nice diagrams so that you'll know exactly what they're talking about. Just like here, it makes the paragraph more understandable to be able to see the diagram along with it. Very informative brochure. And this is about Care Credit, which is a payment plan option available here. It's interest-free for the first 90 days, and after that it's a very affordable interest program as outlined here. Okay, but if you broke it into 3 payments over a 90-day period, it would be 100% interest-free, which is great. This is a very good tool to take advantage of here for any treatment that you may have here in the office that isn't covered by insurance. It's a great thing to use. It's a great utility. Alright, let's see. I want to know if your pupils are nice and dilated yet. So, I'm going to do like I did before. Get in here with my flashlight. Look up for me. Good. Okay, that one looks... Let's see the other one. Yeah, I believe that your pupils are fully dilated, which is good. We can go ahead with this last test here. Now, I want you to look at this chart that we used earlier. I've actually backed it up a little bit further now. What I'm going to do is to have you look at these letters, P and Z, and I'm going to change the lenses out, and I want you to tell me which lens is in better focus. Alright? I'll ask you the number of the lens, and you tell me 1 or 2 is better, 2 or 3, and so forth. Are you ready? Great. Okay. P and Z. This is lens 1 or 2. 2 or 3. Okay. Now try with the T and the Z. Ready? This is lens 1 or 2. 2 or 3. Okay. And try it with the letter T here. 2 or 3. Okay. So lens 2 it is. Alright. Now, I know you feel a little funny because of your pupils being dilated. So I'm going to give you these little glasses to wear, okay? They look similar to 3D glasses, kind of. I'm going to let you put these on because they're going to help guard you from the sun when you go, okay? And you will need your driver to take you home, and you can't drive for the rest of today, alright? Now, the best thing to do would probably just be to go home and just rest up for the next 8 to 12 hours while you're waiting for your pupils to be back to normal, okay? Alright, you've done great on these tests today. I'm going to let Dr. Jordan know the results, and we'll get back with you sometime this week, alright? Thanks so much. We're going to send these brochures with you. I've also got the frames you picked out, and we've got your lens prescription up at the front desk. Alright? Great to meet you. Alright, we'll see you next time. Bye.